Stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair.
Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Points. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's the spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Every football fan has their Sunday routine. Maybe it's setting your lineup, firing up the grill, or claiming your spot on the couch. But the center of every Sunday is the drive. The morning drive home before kickoff. The drive to your buddy's watch party. Wherever you're headed, we can take you there.
Thing I've gotten out of it is kind of the accountability. It's on the schedule every week.
We try to make your first experience the best experience. It's not only for your body, but it's for your mental health as well.
They really care about their clientele. What is too high a price for physical independence and for good health?
If you've been thinking about doing personal training or joining a gym for that matter, just go and do it and get started.
Whether you're 20, 30, 40, 70, whether you're trying to build muscle, lose weight, doesn't matter.
Since 2003, the architects and engineers at Ackerman Esvold have been enhancing everyday life. From response times to commute times, we've helped create critical infrastructure, enhancing highway safety, flood protection, and public education. And we're no stranger to enhancing fun, family outings, and even game time. Ackerman Esvold, working to enhance your everyday life.
Our initial reaction when we realized he had 2 broken bones was fear. Then once we realized and got a plan with Trinity and our doctor, a lot of comfort.
He told me that he can fix my arm, and he showed me a lot of stuff that he could do to help me.
Trinity Health Orthopedics is as good as you can find anywhere in the country. A lot of us take pride in that, and that's why we stay here and we keep doing what we do.
Trinity Health, making more possible.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
At Ryan Buick GMC, we treat every day like game day.
1.2-liter turbo engine, ultra-wide screen.
1.2-liter turbo engine, ultra-wide screen, on 2. Ready? Break.
We know how to get you in the right vehicle.
Blue Canyons, and hut, hut.
From the test drive to the handoff, we make every step easy. This season, start your drive at Ryan Buick GMC.
We often think of frontiers as pages in a history book, a time gone by. But even in this modern world, there are new frontiers to conquer. Whether you're tending the land to grow a better tomorrow or growing a business for new opportunities, the work you do powers the world. Exploring the frontier means stepping forward, shaping the future for yourself and for those around you. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first, one step at a time.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change-anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by... Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
It's whiteout conditions in Mohall, North Dakota, but will that be the one thing to phase the number 2 ranked team in Division B boys basketball? The Our Redeemers Christian School Knights will find that out today on the PSP Network as we have a big-time matchup at the top of District 6. We start with the Valvoline and Oil Change pregame show with timely services and won't slow you down and no appointment needed. Stay in your car, drive through oil change service, take about 15 minutes at any of the Valvoline and Oil Change locations in Minot or Bismarck. You can find out more of what they do online at VIOC.com. From the Colbo Auditorium in Mohall, North Dakota, I'm Owen Patterson on the call, ready to share a Division B spotlight game with you in District 6 between Our Redeemers Christian School, number 2 in the state, against receiving votes Mohall, Lansford, Sherwood, a combined 2 losses, a combined no losses in conference play. This is really for the top of the league today as we get to the tail end of the high school basketball regular season in the month of February. Let's start by setting up the matchup, looking at those District 6 standings brought to you by Trusted Tire and Auto. ORCS and MLS take the top 2 spots, the lone remaining undefeated teams against District 6 competition. Bishop Ryan and TGU putting in 2 very good seasons. Now, everything is going to get pretty interesting in the coming weeks. Obviously, this matchup tonight will tell a lot about the 1 seed in the upcoming District 6 boys basketball tournament, but MLS will go through the gauntlet coming up. Our Redeemers tonight, Bishop Ryan and TGU right around the corner. The Mavericks have an opportunity to prove they belong this season in that top 4. The middle group has kind of identified themselves as well. Velvet, Surrey, and West Hope Newburgh. And have those teams play each other any given night, you're going to get different results every time. The Aggies, Mustangs, and Sioux have been very competitive and are upset-minded right in the middle. Drake Animus, Lewis and Clark, and Glenburn off to rough starts this year. But hey, the regular season matters none once it turns to postseason time in March. Those are the 10 teams of District 6. And in order as they stand right now, brought to you by Trusted Tire and Auto. Let's take a look now at the Division B boys basketball rankings. They look a little different than normal. Usually we rank 5 this week. Well, we rank 7. Central McLean holds on to their number 1 spot. They've had it since they started the year with a win over these Our Redeemers Christian School Knights, who were the preseason favorites after going to the state tournament a season ago. Our Redeemers has sat right behind the Cougars, maybe waiting for Central McLean to be upset by somebody in the very competitive District 8, or maybe it's just Our Redeemers playing the long game and waiting to face the Cougars. It could be in the Minot State Dome in the state tournament for a second time around. The Ray Jays are hotter than ever, scoring over 80 points per game. Their young class of sophomores, freshmen, and maybe even some 8th graders playing for Ray right now, off to a 12-1 start to this season. You can't talk about individual talent in the state without mentioning the latest record holder at Hankinson High School. Rayshawn Earl dropped 50 points last night against Wyndmere Lidgerwood. Not only that, he crossed the 2,000-point barrier as well, made 9 threes in the game. That is a Hankinson school record, as well as the points in a single game. Hankinson stays undefeated and atop of District 1, a scary team in the very underrepresented east side of the state. Only Midway Minto out of Region 2 also holds a spot in this week's top 7. The Mustangs, led by the Robinson twins and Robinson dad as the head coach, sitting in a tie for 5th with Bishop Ryan and Wilton Wing. New Rockford Cheyenne, North Star, Medina, Pingree, Buchanan, and these Mohall, Lansford, Sherwood Mavericks all receiving votes according to the media. Again, this is from last week, Wednesday. We'll have a new ranking set tomorrow, and this game could play a big factor in what they look like. They're brought to you, as always, by AE Construction Management. Well, we are just getting started today on the PSP Network. The Knights and the Mavericks, a District 6 clash on the Valvoline Oil Change pregame show returns after this from Mohall.
Banking is some of the most important things in your life, and banking at the right bank is very important. We're really proud of our bank because we have great people, and our people are what make our bank go. We always want to treat our customers right and do the best job we can for them, and try to do things to help make our communities better.
We all live different lives. Some of us drive trucks, some of us work long shifts in the oil fields, some of us just want to get home safely. When an accident happens, whether it's on the highway, in the oil fields, or anywhere in between, We all need someone who isn't afraid to take on the big guys. At Schweigert, Clamine, and McBride, we fight for your rights, your recovery, and your future. Because no matter where you come from, when you're injured, you deserve justice and peace of mind. We're on your side. Schweigert, Clamine, and McBride.
The biggest thing I've gotten out of it is kind of the accountability. It's on the schedule every week.
We try to make your first experience the best experience. It's not only for your body, but it's for your mental health as well.
They really care about their clientele. What is too high a price for physical independence and for good health?
If you've been thinking about doing personal training or joining a gym for that matter, just go and do it and get started.
Whether you're 20, 30, 40, 70, whether you're trying to build muscle, lose weight, doesn't matter.
Being in business for over 25 years, we've learned a lot about why local matters. Unlike those guys, we take pride in our work and back our tires with our Plus Plan guarantee to get the most out of your tire's lifespan.
Are the tires the same size on all the sides?
We strive to provide great value to our guests and lowest prices guaranteed.
That's not good.
Stop at a trusted tire and auto and get a set of tires from people you know and trust, and will even match those guys.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change-anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
A great atmosphere already assembled here in a basketball crazy part of the state. Mohall, Lansford, Sherwood as the Mavericks host second ranked in the state R.Redeemers Christian School today on the PSP network. The bleachers filled up fast during that 4:15 C Squad game. Turns out there was a junior high game as well this afternoon over in the other gym against Botno, and well, there's not many places to park around here anyway. Good luck. You might have to walk a mile to get into this building today before the Mavericks and Knights tip off in the varsity contest. Well, we're not the only one showcasing Division B basketball tonight on the PSP network. It's a whole day of Division B showcases. A doubleheader in Turtle Lake as Central McLean, #3 in the state in girls basketball and #1 in the state in boys basketball, host nearby rival Washburn. That one's already underway in the girls contest. And just south of here, South Prairie hosting Devils Lake, a premier Division A girls basketball battle. Going to get tipped off at about the same time we are here in Mohall. Up at the Division AA level tonight, Bismarck High and Legacy in an all-capital city clash from Hassler Gymnasium. The girls game is already well in progress, while the boys have to wait their turn this evening. You can tune into that on the PSP network, as well as the Mountain Time Zone game. Dickinson hosting Century. It's a double counter in girls and a top 5 boys battle in the Queen City tonight. 5 games for you on the PSP network, and don't forget tomorrow, PSP Primetime live from the capital of the PSP network branches at the mothership, brought to you by AE Construction Management, Spas, etc., and Magic City Home Leisure. We'll talk about the guests that we'll see on the show coming up in our show today of Division B boys basketball. Well, let's talk a little bit more about this matchup with our Northern Plains heating their keys to the game. Missing a few things on there, but we'll start with the R.Redeemers Christian School Knights at the top. Pick up the pressure today. Two teams that, well, they love to press. We know they can score, but they can also play a very intense brand of defense. Both teams are going to pick you up full court. It's about our Redeemers doing it maybe a little bit better that can set them apart in this game. A very defensively sound program. We know the stars on that team, but everybody plays a role in how they can pressure the ball. And for Mohawk-Lansford Sherwood, a team that in a couple games recently, they've gotten flustered by some pressure in the backcourt. If they're unable to get to their shooters, get to their attacking guards on offense, and they get stuck behind the half-court line, we've seen them get a little rushed, get a little crazy passes going, and the turnovers start to pile up, and that's when our Redeemers really takes over games. So it's defensively the focus for our Redeemers today. Meanwhile, for Mohawk-Lansford Sherwood, to combat that, they have to play free. They are coming off of a nail-biter on Saturday against South Prairie Max, a team that is struggling in Division A this year. A 2-point win is all it was for Mohawk-Lansford Sherwood on the road, but they got the win. They did it. They didn't lead until late in the fourth quarter of that game, but they figured it out, and hopefully you can turn that around against a very good our Redeemers team at home now and put together a much better performance. But they're going to have to start to play free and not hold on to the happenings at South Prairie over the last weekend. They've got their starting five back today. Eli Unlin will be in the lineup for Mohawk-Lansford Sherwood. He's been kind of in and out as of late, the second time around this season. But MLS, a very fun team to watch when they play free basketball, and they should hopefully be able to do that today against our Redeemers Christian School. That comes with breaking the press. Those are your Northern Plains Heating Air keys to the game. There's no other choice to seal your heating air game than Northern Plains. Call Dylan today to get your furnace ready for the winter months ahead or that are happening right now. And call Dylan today at 222-2155 at Northern Plains Heating and Air. When we come back on the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show, we'll look at the players to watch, and we'll get you to tip off. It's Mohawk-Lansford Sherwood and our Redeemers Christian School Division B showcase today on the PSP Network.
Hi, Carson.
What's up, guys?
What you doing?
Just helping out with the local food drive, looking for some more donations. What are you guys up to?
We're helping too. Look what we collected.
Well done. That's the spirit.
That's because we're building character.
You guys are characters, all right.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Giving back to the community is one of the guiding principles at First Western Bank.
First Western. You can bank on us.
Sometimes life gets messy, and accidents happen. Some days, even your best intentions turn into unexpected disasters. Other days, a little guesswork leads to a lot of cleanup. So when life gets messy, ServPro's ready. Call ServPro of Minot, Bismarck, or Williston today.
At Planning Team Financial Advisors, we help individuals create their personalized strategies. We specialize in financial planning, retirement planning, insurance, and 401k distribution options. Don't leave your future to chance. Call Planning Team Financial Advisors today for a free retirement review. Planning Team Financial Advisors, your plan, your future, your team.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shots Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shots Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shots Crossroads.
Jersey Mike slices your sub right in front of you, see? The slicer, the meat and cheese, it has a rhythm.
This is the rhythm of the slice, oh yeah. The rhythm of the slice, this is the rhythm of the slice, oh yeah.
Order for Danny?
Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing, a sub above.
Since 2003, the architects and engineers at Ackerman Esvold have been enhancing everyday life. From response times to commute times, we've helped create critical infrastructure, enhancing highway safety, flood protection, and public education. And we're no stranger to enhancing fun, family outings, and even game time. Ackerman Esfold, working to enhance your everyday life.
You can tell just by the records that these teams are very talented. The 12-1 R&D Christian School Knights, 14-1 Mulhall Lansford Sherwood Mavericks. But let's put it into different numbers, these scoring numbers, because they're two of the best when it comes to offense and defense. Our Redeemers third in the division, as Division B in scoring offense at 75.5 points per game. Mulhall just one spot ahead of them at 77 points per game. Expect a shootout, right? Wrong. These are two of the best defensive teams as well. Our Redeemers ranked second in the state, allowing just 42.5 points per game, only behind Central McLean. Mulhall Lansford Sherwood a very respectable 46 points a game they allow. That's in the top 10. Folks, these are just two of the three teams across all of Division B that rank in the top 10 in both scoring offense and scoring defense. Simply two of the top teams you can have in the state of North Dakota when it comes to Division B basketball. Continuing on with our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show, let's take a look at some players to watch in today's matchup. It's brought to you by Planet Pizza, the best pizza on the planet. For over 25 years, they've been around with the largest laser tag playground in the region, a giant lunch buffet, and they deliver. Call now at 701-852-1700. That's Planet Pizza. We start on the Our Redeemers side of the court and look at the class of 2027. Two juniors going at it today. They're teammates on the AAU circuit for North Dakota phenom. Nolan Schmidt has led the way for Our Redeemers Christian School this year, scoring just shy of 18 points per game and shooting 65% from the field. It will be very interesting to see how MLS matches up against him. MLS not a team with a lot of size down low. They do have a pretty solid forward in Drayson Johnson, but you could even see Unland guard Nolan Schmidt at times today. Oh, by the way, Nolan Schmidt crossed the 1,000 career point mark against Surrey the last time he was on the PSP network. On the flip side, for Mulhall Lansford Sherwood, their star junior. He's been catching the attention of many over the last couple of years, dominating District 6. That would be Eli Undland. 22.5 points per game, 9 rebounds, and nearly 4 steals a night. He is a stat stuffer, but it's just been about being on the floor this year. He missed the early part of the season with a football injury. He's missed recently with a little bit of illness, including the Drake Animus game, but it seemed his teammates had his back because they combined to drop 104 points on the Raiders. But when Unland's on the court, he makes a different kind of difference. 23 points, 9 boards, 4 steals per game for Unland. The two class of 2027 stars we have in the Minot area go toe-to-toe today. They'll be matching up as well, we hope, later on this year as part of the District 6 and maybe even Division B Region 3 boys basketball tournament. You can catch both of those events on PSP Plus once again. Your live broadcast home for all 15 of these tournaments you see on your screen, from WDA hockey, girls districts with start in like a week, all the way to the boys Region 3 tournament from Newtown. These two teams look to be the favorites in Region 3 to take home the title, what will be a very competitive region once again in the 3-class system. And oh, there's something new to tell you about this. The Premier Passes, the super deal you can get to catch every single game of our 15 tournament coverage. They are on sale now. You see the discount, a $525 deal for $75. That's 51 cents a game. Do not miss out on your chance to catch a lot of postseason basketball on PSP Plus. These two schools, well, they should be playing a lot of postseason basketball this year. We get to catch them in the regular season, though. Our Redeemers Christian School, Mulhall Lansford Sherwood, tip-off right around the corner. This has been the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show.
When disaster strikes, you need help fast. At ServPro, we're on the road within the hour, ready to restore what matters most. Our certified technicians.
An injury can happen anywhere, at any time, to anyone. It's not really something you can schedule on your calendar. But when it happens to you and it's not your fault, there's one law firm to remember. That firm is Schweigert, Clemeen, and McBride. We live here and take pride in helping our community. We know this area inside and out. We put in the work and fight for what's right so justice can prevail for you. That is what we're all about. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemeen, and McBride.
AE Construction Management and General Contracting builds more than structures. They build confidence. Your trusted partner in commercial construction across North Dakota, they handle everything from planning to final delivery. Whether it's steel, industrial, or retail, AECM builds with precision and safety. Their hands-on approach keeps your project on time and on budget. Build better with AECM. Call Tim at 701-818-0099 or visit aeconstructionmanagement.com.
Dear valued customer, I'm Jared Lundeen, owner of Trusted Tire and Auto. Around here, winters can be long and roads can be rough. That's why you deserve a reliable partner. We carry premium tires installed by our certified team of experts, and our total car care covers it all, from brakes, transmissions, diagnostics, and more. And trust, we know it's built through real local connections, even small things like a handwritten thank you. Choose us for trusted service that goes the extra mile. Sincerely, Jared.
Dakota Community Bank and Trust, your trusted partner for commercial and business loans. We not only provide lending you need to grow your business, but we also reinvest in our communities. We believe in strengthening our businesses and creating opportunities for success. Choose Dakota Community Bank and Trust for your commercial and business loans, and together let's keep our communities thriving.
Serving the community, looking out for you. At Dakota Community Bank and Trust, that's what we do.
Concession are located in the multi-purpose room outside of the gym. Only hot popcorn and candy are allowed inside the gym. Also, a quick reminder to all fans.
Another reminder, this has been the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show on the PSP Network with 25 years of the Lundeens taking care of people. They make local actually matter at Valvoline Instant Oil Change locations in Minot or Bismarck. Find them online at VIOC.com. Well, there's one more thing to do in our pregame show, and that is salute our flag of our great nation. It is time for the playing of the national anthem here at MLS Public School.
Scholar sponsors Arts Insurance, West Hope, Gooseneck Implement Mohall, Rose Funeral Home Mohall, and SRT Communications Minot. Now we please ask that you rise, face the flag, and place your hand over your heart for the playing of our national anthem this evening by Allie McBride.
Pregame.
Well, we always love catching a little Division B basketball on the PSP Network. You've probably seen quite a bit of Division B basketball throughout the year. But one trip, we get to leave the city. Logan Dean and I out of Minot to get to Mohall, North Dakota tonight. A great show here in the gym. A brand new floor here in Mohall. New this year. They remodeled it. It looks fantastic. We've got the pet band. If Bryce Gutnick's listening out there anywhere, the cowbell is here, and the cowbell was very loud tonight. So very loud and proud for the pet band here at Mohall, Lansford, Sherwood, and of course a great crowd in attendance for what should be a phenomenal night of basketball. Let's meet these teams just a little bit more. For our Redeemers Christian School, a team that finished third in Division B basketball a year ago at the state tournament after winning District 6 and winning Region 3. They fell just a little bit short of those 3 championships in 1 year. And I tell you what, there was some stiff competition every step of the way for our Redeemers. They finished in a tie for first in the regular season standings, took home the 3 seed going into the district tournament, ended up beating their kind of nemesis of the year. They lost twice in the regular season to Bishop Ryan, avenged those losses with wins in the District 6 championship and Region 3 championship, but would fall in the state tournament. They are back and seemingly better than ever. Our Redeemers, we looked at the numbers. They score in the mid-70s. They only allow just over 40 points per night. This is a complete package for head coach Brock Tietz in the city of Minot. Meanwhile, Mohall, Lansford, Sherwood, a team that has been on the up and up, led by their junior Eli Undlin. Ever since he started playing varsity basketball, he has caught the attention of many. And he has a great surrounding cast to put together what could be a breakthrough year for MLS. They're a team that has consistently been right there at the brink of qualifying for regions, qualifying for state. Could this finally be the year for MLS to get to that point? Of course, you think back to all those great years of District 12, the Lax Burlingtons. These are Redeemers Knights, the Bishop Ryan Lions. You go on and name it in Region 6. There's been good basketball, and MLS has been just right behind them. But with their first-year head coach, John Nilsson, took over for Wally Backman this year, elevated from the assistant coach's chair to the head coach position, and his team hasn't skipped a beat from a 16-6 year last season. His Mavericks are 14-1 and hosting probably their biggest test of the year, the second-ranked our Redeemers Christian School Knights today in Mohall. Mavericks in the home white, gray numbers and letters outlined in navy blue. Our Redeemers on the road in the black jerseys and shorts, white numbers and letters trimmed in royal blue. Mavericks going left to right on your screen. Knights from right to left. It's Reed Morlock versus Wyatt Weekly in the center circle, and the tip-off will be won by the Mavericks as Colin Swenson catches it out of bounds. We're underway with Division B boys basketball tonight on the PSP Network. Starting lineups for Coach Nilsson's Mohall, Lansford, Sherwood Mavericks: Grady Nett, Raiden Beck, Reed Morlock, Eli Undlin, and Drayson Johnson. Here's Morlock, the senior on senior day, will go to the free throw line to get us started. Morlock and Johnson, the 2 seniors. The veteran leadership of this MLS basketball team. So much talent on the football field we've seen over years, and basketball as well. Coming up for Mohall, Lansford, Sherwood. Morlock makes the first free throw. First points of the BNC National Bank scoreboard come from the Serve Pro free throw line. 24/7 Mercy service and trained technicians using advanced technology and specializing in fire and water cleanup and restoration. It's Serve Pro. Morlock will go 1 for 2 at the line, but MLS has the early lead. First offensive possession for Coach Tietz's our Redeemers Christian School Knights. We have a foul as well. This time it's Morlock, repaying the favor. Colin Swenson, Peyton Linbo, Jaden Marshall, Nolan Schmidt, and Wyatt Weekly, the starting 5 for our Redeemers today. Schmidt looking to drive baseline. It is Undlin that draws the assignment out the gates. Kick out to Colin Swenson. He has been money this year for our Redeemers Christian School, breaking out of a shooting shell. He's at 49% from beyond the arc this year. First made field goal goes to the Knights. They have a 3-1 lead. Undlin, one of his first touches of the basketball game, kicks out to Raiden Beck. That 3 is short. Knights gather the rebound and run. Weekly pulls the trigger on a long 3, and it's good. Back-to-back trays for ORCS, and they are in it. Just a little man-to-man press, walking the ball up the floor. We've seen at times these teams throw out a full 1-2-2, 2-2-1 press. They will really stretch it out. A travel in the paint by Morlock. Let's take a look at the Wyatt Weekly 3 on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. Really just his second time with the basketball. And feeling the shot in the first quarter today. And it goes to Schmidt. Working on the near side of the lane. Bounce pass to Marshall. What a move by Ara Demers. Of course, so much of the attention has to go to Schmidt. He does so many great things with the basketball, but gives it up and now takes the steal away. Schmidt works it up the floor again to Marshall. He is blocked by Morlock. But we got to put an offensive highlight on the Ryan Family Dealership replay reel here. The assist from Schmidt to Marshall. Marshall, just the sophomore. He's been getting reps since the 8th grade at the varsity level for Ara Demers. He'll kick to Lindbo, sets up on the wing. Ara Demers hasn't missed to start the day. 3 made threes and a timeout by Mohall Lansford Sherwood. 11-1 to start for the visitors. We have a First International Bank and Trust timeout on the floor. You're watching Division B basketball on the PSP Network.
City Home Leisure is excited to introduce the fabulous edition of the Master Spas line, including the phenomenal Michael Phelps Swim Spas. Enjoy the relaxing health benefits and enjoy 0% financing up to 72 months or up to $5,000 off on all spas. You'll also find $2,000 off the MSRP on all pools, swim spas, and saunas. Come see for yourself the outstanding lineup of Master Spas, including the Michael Phelps Swim Spas, exclusively at Magic City Home Leisure.
Oh, when I say it was a brief conversation, I really mean it. John Nilsson fires off an early timeout. Just wants to talk to his Mohall Lansford Sherwood team, but things haven't changed. A steal. Nolan Schmidt intercepts the pass. Mavericks do a good job catching up to the Knights' transition offense, but they just can't miss right now. 4 for 4 from beyond the arc to start. Wyatt Weekly has 2 of the threes. It is 14-1. Ara Demers. Morlock with the pull-up behind the free throw line is missed, and the run continues for the Knights. Weekly down the middle. Crafty in the air, but a little too much there. Couldn't get enough on it with the left hand. Just like Unlin guards Schmidt, it's Schmidt guarding Unlin on this half of the floor. And Mohall Lansford Sherwood has the basketball. Only a Reed Morlock free throw is their scoring. Brady Nett misses the layup. Marshall kicks to Swenson right in front of the student section. There's a magnet in the bucket right now. 5 for 5 to start the night. And another turnover and another timeout. The Knights roar here in Mohall, 17-1. We'll take another break on the PSP Network.
Sometimes life gets messy, and accidents happen. Some days, even your best intentions turn into unexpected disasters. Other days, a little guesswork leads to a lot of cleanup. So when life gets messy, ServPro's ready. Call ServPro of Minot, Bismarck, or Williston today.
Well, you want to talk about a gut punch, just look at the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Ara Demers has come into Mohall Lansford Sherwood's house, pretty much lit it on fire. 17-1, halfway through the first quarter. 2 timeouts burned by the Mavericks, and Wyatt Weekly is back in the box score. 8 first quarter points for him. It's 19 straight for Ara Demers. Mohall has not made a field goal yet, a team that scores over 70 points per game. And Eli Unlin has hardly had the basketball. This is Drayson Johnson, who hands off to Grady Nett. Exactly 4 minutes gone by in the first quarter. Dump off to Nett, spin move into a layup, and finally the Mavericks get to see one fall. Timeouts brought to you today on the PSP Network by First International Bank and Trust. Full-service, family-owned, independent community bank built to the bond between their employees and customers. Find them online at FIBT.com. The rare miss for our Redeemers in the first quarter on Weekly's fadeaway. What can MLS do here to cut into the deficit early on? Well, it's trust the sharpshooter Raiden Beck, known more for his defensive hustle at the top of the press. MLS has abandoned that. Down by 14. Weekly puts Morlock on skates. A 21-5 lead for our Redeemers. Baseline, it's Johnson, gathers and scores, and now we trade buckets, but you can't deny it. An 18-point lead to start like that is going to be an impressive hill for MLS to climb. Gonna have to start getting stops, though. There's two more. It's Limbo in the middle. 23-7 to the BNC National Bank scoreboard. 2.5 to go, first quarter. Morlock sets up for three. Off one pass, it's good. This is what the MLS offense can and will look like. They'll take the first available shot. Morlock lets it fly. He's got 4 points to lead the Mavericks scoring. But again, it comes down to getting stops against the Knights right now. They are too hot of a shooting team this evening. Limbo from the corner. It took them 6 threes to miss their first one. Undlin stopped on the elbow. Good help defense by Swenson. Pokes the ball away. Schmidt finds Weekly, lobs it up to Marshall. He'll spin into a triple team. Ended up all alone there on the floor. Had 3 defenders in the air, and Jaden Marshall scores again. It's been the starting 5 the whole quarter for our Redeemers. Same for MLS. Johnson will miss the 3. Rebound eventually tipped to Nolan Schmidt. Unbelievable what things can happen when these 5 get off the bus and start playing basketball like this for our Redeemers. We know how talented they are anyway, even on an off night, but they have been on, to say the least, in the first 6 minutes plus. Schmidt has done a wonderful job slowing down Eli Undlin, and does so again. The steal, Undlin fouls in retaliation as Schmidt was driving to a wide open layup. That's what I haven't been able to talk about enough of. Our Redeemers offense has been stealing all the storylines in this first quarter, but Schmidt on Undlin, the matchup to watch. We had it in our players to watch in the pregame. He's forced 3 turnovers already with Undlin having the basketball. A few new Knights check in at the dead ball. Same thing for MLS. It's Swenson still in the game, putting up a 3, but it's Jake Altringer with the offensive rebound. Another offensive board, this time Gus Engelhard, and a jump ball. Possession will stay with our Redeemers. Altringer and Engelhard, really the 2 bench options for our Redeemers. They don't go incredibly deep. Both have had quite a bit of varsity experience over the past couple of years, not just this season. Knights get pushed out to the half-court logo. Still plenty of time to shoot. 40 seconds to go in the quarter. Schmidt carries the ball into the lane, and one for Nolan Schmidt. Watch it again on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. Starts way up high. Xander Thompson played off and simply got beat to the bucket. Help defense had to come over. Hits Schmidt, chance at a 3-point play. Falls short of it, but Engelhard, nearly another offensive rebound. If not for his foot being on the baseline, another hustle play for the senior sixth man. About a 1 second difference between shot clock and game clock. And the shot clock rarely goes down for Mohall Lansford Sherwood. They are a quick shooting team. They've brought in Cade Undlin and Xander Thompson during the recent dead ball. Thompson there misses with a little bit of contact. Final 14 seconds of the quarter. Wyatt Weekly starts the possession for our Redeemers. Engelhard steps into an open three. Back iron, another offensive board. This time it's Sam Zadaraka. And now a foul is called against the Knights. Our Redeemers just never got the look they were after. And Coach Tietz, his assistant coaches, all kind of saying, hey, that is hold it for one shot territory, but they got off two. Both were missed. And then a foul on Zadaraka after the miss. Gives MLS a chance at a buzzer beater, and that will be a little too strong. Strong start for our Redeemers Christian. They go on a 19-1 run to open up the game. They lead 27-10 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. We have played just 8 minutes from Mohall. Division B showcase today on PSP.
We often think of frontiers as pages in a history book, a time gone by. But even in this modern world, there are new frontiers to conquer. Whether you're tending the land to grow a better tomorrow or growing a business for new opportunities, the work you do powers the world. Exploring the frontier means stepping forward, shaping the future for yourself and for those around you. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first, one step at a time.
Since 2003, the architects and engineers at Ackerman Esvold have been enhancing everyday life. From response times to commute times, we've helped create critical infrastructure, enhancing highway safety, flood protection, and public education. And we're no stranger to enhancing fun, family outings, and even game time. Ackerman Esvold, working to enhance your everyday life.
Today's broadcast of Division B basketball on the PSP Network brought to you in part by BSN. They create exclusive personalized solutions for North Dakota high school and collegiate programs, from custom equipment, uniforms, and coaches apparel to fanwear, branding, and more. They do it all. Contact your local BSN sales pro in western North Dakota. Eli Undlin has his first 2 points of the day. After a scoreless first quarter, he finally breaks the seal to start the second. He and Nolan Schmidt, they've been battling. They each have 2 points now in the game, but doing so much besides scoring, as is usually the case. Reed Morlock a steal, rips it away from Wyatt Weekly and takes it coast to coast for the Mavericks. Reed Morlock has been the offense for MLS today. 6 of their 14, and now a foul is called as Grady Nett went up to try and block Nolan Schmidt. Let's watch the last Morlock take, as Nolan Schmidt gets set at the Serve Pro free throw line from start to finish here on the Ryan Family Dealership replay reel. 50 years, Ryan has been a trust name for car buyers in western North Dakota. Shop their entire inventory online at driveryan.com. Schmidt 0 for 2 with a Serve Pro free throw line early in this game. Now 0 for 3. A 74% free throw shooter. Starting 5 back in for Mohall Lansford Sherwood. Here is Nett. Kicks out to Eli Undlin. Right in motion. Who's going to start it up? The rally, that is, for Mohall Lansford Sherwood. Look no further than number 5. Now a shot looked too smooth. Weekly has his shot deflected by Morlock. A second chance. He's looking for the foul and won't get one. Just a 10-point game now. 27-17, Knights in the lead. Altringer with the steal. Pickpockets Reed Morlock. All alone on the baseline with Schmidt. That's a lapse in defense that not many teams would like to have. Morlock shot fake and drive. Pushed by Marshall in the air, and it'll be Morlock back to the Serve Pro free throw line for the Mavericks. Another replay here in the first half. This Unland shot, I mean, it was catch and shoot in a split second. Net, the drive, get Unland alone on that half of the court. And with a little bit of space over Altringer, gets it to go. Morlock makes the first free throw. Each of these teams with one loss on the regular season. They've yet to lose a game in district play. So this game will give an early indication as who can claim the #1 seed in the upcoming District 6 tournament. Still a couple conference games to go for even the winner of this matchup. It's not all sealed for tonight's victor. Weekly, the three is just off. MLS, we mentioned the pregame show, the gauntlet of a schedule they have. Right up next, TGU this week, Bishop Ryan to start next week. Currently number 4 and 3 in the district, respectively. 5-on-4 basketball. Altringer will take it to the rack and score. The Bishop Ryan Lions quarterback. They're an Our Redeemers Knights guard. Morlock keeps it himself. Had Cade Unland set up for 3, and now Morlock's down, holding his left foot. After taking a hard landing, he is still down. Our Redeemers will play a man up. Nolan Schmidt gets double teamed and going to power through it. The Mavericks kind of forced a foul there. Now the training staff will be able to check up on Morlock. Wyatt Weekly goes over to help him up. Morlock, the player responsible with getting this offense moving for Mohawk today after the very slow start they had. Schmidt able to sink a free throw this time around. Doesn't look like, just assuming, but too big of a injury scare for Morlock. Just kind of landed weird. Typical basketball injury. He's going to try and walk it off. We likely will see him in the second half. (33-18), Our Redeemers ahead on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Your life is busy, that's why they'll make managing money easy. Find them online at bnc.bank. Net looks right inside. Xander Thompson, no look shot. Rebound will be rolled around and out of bounds. Last touch by the Knights. MLS basketball underneath their own hoop. Looking for anybody, and there's going to be a 5-second call. Net couldn't throw it away in time. Both Unlands kind of ran into the same spot. Nobody could get open, and the Knights forced a turnover on their own. Going up the Jerome's Collision Center halftime report. Take a look at the first half scoring numbers here. Some scores from around the state. Busy night in District 6 and a busy night on the PSP Network. Weekly again splits the defense. Offensive foul, though, is taken by Eli Unland. Let's watch to make sure on the Ryan Family Dealership replay reel. It's a move that Weekly has pulled off once already. Unland stood right in the spot he was trying to get to. Nearly left the feet. But it's enough to give Wyatt Weekly his second personal foul of the game. Anyway, they sure turn up the heat here in Mohall. There's some perspiration on the floor. And a lot of calories burned today in these two fast running teams up and down the floor we've gone in this first half. They're just joining us late. Kind of got alerted by the score popping up. Our Redeemers started the game on Mohall scored the first point. Our Redeemers scored the next 19. They've been able to keep that lead for the most part throughout this first half as the Maverick offense starts to find its form. Now you see more of the full court press from our Redeemers. Challenging the ball as it comes up the court. Brady Net trying to work with Unlin. High pass collected. Unlin, the fadeaway shot from mid-range won't go. Thompson offensive board for MLS, bumped away by Marshall, and then a jump ball. Net and Schmidt fighting for the same basketball. It will be possession of the Knights, and now Nolan Schmidt's got a cut on his right wrist. They can clean it up with just that towel there, or if it needs more attention, they're just going to bring out some tape and try and keep Schmidt in the game. Not sure how long they're going to give him, but our Redeemers going to call a timeout to check on one of their leaders, Nolan Schmidt and Reed Morlock, both currently hitting the sideline. We'll hit the break here on the PSP Network. 33-18, our Redeemers in the lead.
Breathe in. I can't believe I wrecked my car.
There's some things in life we can't control, but what's important is how we respond. At Jerome's Collision Center, they provide the highest quality of service, assuring the job gets done stress-free and making it feel like a breath of fresh air. And to give you peace of mind, they handle the insurance.
Are you even a therapist?
Don't worry about it. Jerome's, they're the experts. Jerome's.
Today's broadcast of high school basketball on the PSP Network, presented by Farston Oil. Contact Farston Oil today to find out how their skilled sales team W achieve your wholesale fuel, mobile lubricants, and DEF needs. Proudly serving North Dakota, Montana, and western Minnesota since 1938 and committed to outstanding customer service and reliability. It's Farston Oil. 4:07 to go, second quarter. Nolan Schmidt got some tape on the right wrist. He's ready to play. And Reed Morlock still being worked on in the Mohall Lansford Sherwood locker room at this point. He left with a left foot injury earlier in the half and didn't want to speculate too much, but now some more growing concern as he's left the floor. Hopefully we can see him in the second half. He has been very impactful to Mohall Lansford Sherwood's offensive success this evening. Our Redeemers basketball after the jump ball. 33-18 lead. It's Jaden Marshall the whole way, and a foul is going to come in from behind as both Johnson and Net are going for the block. The foul will be against Drayson Johnson. Five points today for Jaden Marshall. Had that nice bucket earlier. Well, our Redeemers trying to retape the wrist of Nolan Schmidt, thinking they could do it during the free throws, but they're going to ask Nolan Schmidt to leave the game. Well, they just clean it up themselves. So Nolan Schmidt will be able to stay in the game with no tape on the wrist now. And this free throw by Marshall. Knights shooting 3 of 7 at the Serve Pro free throw line in this first half. Lead is still at 16. Eli Undlin has come alive in the second quarter. 5 points to start. It's been a while, though, since he has found the bottom of the basket. Mavericks seem a little stuck on offense right now. Beck fires a pass to Net, 3 to shoot, puts one up. Rebound grab by Marshall. Another Maverick player hits the floor. Our Redeemers in transition with numbers, and that's hard to stop. Nolan Schmidt going right downhill. He's got 8 in the first half. Unlin off a screen into a jump shot. It's pure. Something about watching the very skilled basketball players in our state. Guys like Unlin, guys like Schmidt who put in so much time away from the winter to perfect their game. Next level stuff from those two. Swenson kept a foot down, keeps possession alive for our Redeemers. And now sets up for the straightaway three. Bingo! Third made three of the game for Colin Swenson. Sixth by our Redeemers Christian. And now Unlin on the other end, in and out. Offensive rebound by Johnson. Engelhard will eventually clear for our Redeemers. Altringer left all alone. A miss. Rebound tipped out to Engelhard. Second chance for our Redeemers. They'll set up an offense. Set play with Schmidt controlling at the Maverick logo. He posts up against Unlin. Goes to the right side, losing his balance. Fires a pass to Swenson. Marshall now on the drive. Offensive foul, lowered the shoulder into Cade Unlin. MLS had that play well defended. And eventually they take the ball away. Third foul of the quarter against the Knights. Second foul against Marshall. And that dead ball, we get to see one of the new pieces now. This MLS team. He was showcased to Region 3 on Saturday against South Prairie Max, the 8th grader, Liam Becker. He's been called up to the varsity level. He's got the ball right now. Becker, a sharp shooting 8th grader for this Mohawk Lansford Sherwood team. If you watched Maverick basketball for a couple years, you know they always got one of them on the roster. Nets. A few fakes there. Eventually goes up strong, but misses the shot. Rebound still being fought for. Unlin will swing it out to Raiden Beck. Right into a straightaway three, but it only gets the back of the rim. Transition three for Limbo on the pass from Swenson. Music to the ears for our Redeemers Christian School as that ball swishes through the net. They have put up 42 first half points. A minute to go in the quarter. And just when you thought to start this second and MLS was going to claw their way back in, the lead has grown to its largest of the day at 22. A steal by Altringer. Finds Schmidt working one-on-one with Johnson. Johnson going to hand the basketball, and then we'll get two hands on the rebound. A push it with Unlin. Eventually he is triple teamed by black jerseys. Net down the lane. Left-handed from the right side won't go. Shot clock turned off. 26 seconds in the half. The Knights going to try and figure out this last possession kind of play. It was a little messed up in the first quarter. Schmidt controls. Takes a handoff to Altringer. Gets past two defenders. Meets the third and scores. 44-20 Knights. The last shot of the half will come from Mohall. Beck puts it up. Bounces around and will be no good. A first half to celebrate for our Redeemers Christian School, but still a whole half to go. 44-20 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. We'll be back from Mohall after this with our Jerome's Collision Center halftime report. You're watching Division B basketball on the PSP Network.
Our initial reaction when we realized he had 2 broken bones was fear. Then once we realized and got a plan with Trinity and our doctor, a lot of comfort.
He told me that he can fix my arm, and he showed me a lot of stuff that he could do to help me.
Trinity Health Orthopedics is as good as you can find anywhere in the country. A lot of us take pride in that, and that's why we stay here and we keep doing what we do.
Trinity Health, making more possible.
We started with small beginnings. And just like the visionary entrepreneurs we serve,
we turned an idea into reality. BNC National Bank, where possibilities begin right here at home.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Sometimes life gets messy and accidents happen. So when life gets messy, ServPro's ready. Call ServPro of Minot, Bismarck, or Williston today.
The foundation of the financial planning approach at Legacy Financial Partners is a personal relationship. Our unique and collaborative approach to financial planning starts with your dreams, not just the numbers. We will work with you regularly to take action to update your plan as your needs evolve, recommending products and services that are right for your situation.
Breathe in.
I can't believe I wrecked my car.
There's some things in life we can't control. But what's important is how we respond. At Jerome's Collision Center, they provide the highest quality of service, assuring the job gets done stress-free and making it feel like a breath of fresh air. And to give you peace of mind, they handle the insurance.
Are you even a therapist?
Don't worry about it. Jerome's, they're the experts. Jerome's.
Time out for the Jerome's Collision Center halftime report. R.Redeemer's Christian School a 44-20 lead over Mulhall Lansford Sherwood at the break. A dominant first half would say the least for R.Redeemer's. The number 2 team in the state came in and put the hammer down from the jump. MLS scored the first point of the game. R.Redeemers would respond by scoring the next 19. The Knights made 5 of their first 5 3-point field goals. Then Nolan Schmidt got working in the second quarter as Wyatt Weekly sat in a little bit of foul trouble. Colin Swenson buries 3 threes. It was just all there for R.Redeemers to start the day here in Mulhall. Meanwhile, the Mavericks go into the halftime locker room searching for some answers. Your halftime show brought to you, of course, by Jerome's Collision Center. Accidents happen. It's a part of life. At Jerome's, their goal is to help get you and your car back on the road. They've been doing it since 1975. Call 701-852-5126 to schedule your collision repair or other service. At Jerome's, collision repair is their specialty. They value you and your car. Let's take a look at the first half numbers, starting with the R.Redeemers Christian School Knights, who dropped 44 points in the first half. Their leading scorer was Nolan Schmidt and Wyatt Weekly. The two scored 10 each. All 10 for Wyatt Weekly were in the first quarter. He hit a couple threes, including one from in the Mohall-Lansford-Sherwood cheering section to start the night. Again, he has 10, all those coming in the first quarter. Nolan Schmidt, 8 of his 10 were in the second. They were kind of opposite. Weekly had to sit most of the second quarter, and Schmidt took on the scoring role that Weekly had in the first when they were both on the floor. 9 points from Colin Swenson. He made 3 first half three-pointers. 8 from Peyton Lindbow. He swished 2. 5 from Jaden Marshall and 2 points from Jake Altringer for a team total of 44. R.Redeemers as a team made 7 threes. They shot 3 of 7 at the Serve Pro free throw line. Meanwhile, for Mohall-Lansford-Sherwood, 7 points from Eli Undland all came in the second quarter. 5 were in a quick flurry, and you thought, well, maybe he'd just lead the way, put the team on his back, and score MLS's way back into the game, but that really didn't happen. He was held scoreless for a while, Nolan Schmidt, and he's been drawing the assignment most of the time against Undland. Just they understand each other's games so well, and Undland was unable to do too much against Schmidt in the first half, but he still did tie for the scoring lead for MLS with 7 points. 7 points as well from Reed Morlock before going out with an injury, and I hate to report, but I think my speculations were wrong. He came back out without a left shoe and an ice pack on the left foot, so chance that Reed Morlock in fact does not play in the second half for MLS. He is not out there for warm-ups at the moment for MLS. Tough news for the Mavericks in the second half. The other 3 scores for Mohall, 2 points each from Drayson Johnson, Grady Nett, and Raiden Beck for their total of 20. Again, at the half, R.Redeemers Christian School 44, Mohall-Lansford-Sherwood 20. By the way, the Mavericks made 1 3-pointer in the first half. They were 2 of 4 at the Serve Pro free throw line. Some scores from around the state. Elsewhere on the PSP Network tonight, final scores already in girls basketball. Bismarck High knocks down Bismarck Legacy. You knew the Demons always have an upset in them this time of year, and today it was on the road against the Sabres. Bismarck High winning 62-49. Meanwhile, Century takes down Dickinson 105-40. That's a 2-point win for the Patriots in West Region play. And Central McLean downs Washburn 59-25. The boys' games of all those matchups happening right now on the PSP Network. Meanwhile, at South Prairie, the Royals, they lead Devils Lake by a lot. 78-31 in the fourth quarter. South Prairie Max the lead over Devils Lake, #1 team in Division A girls, looking the part night in and night out. Second half action comes up after this on PSP Network. This has been your Jerome's Collision Center halftime report.
We started with small beginnings. And just like the visionary entrepreneurs we serve, we turned an idea into reality. Today, we give you the power to grow your ideas by building meaningful relationships in the communities we serve. Because it's the same place we started. BNC National Bank, where possibilities begin right here at home.
Well, thank you for joining us today on the PSP Network. Remember, Premier Pass is on sale now. Get ready for the postseason today at PSP.network. Second half action. You might notice our BNC National Bank scoreboard reads something a little bit different than I thought the halftime score was. Well, now it reads something differently entirely. Eli Undland, the 3, he's in double figures. I was counting up my box score. It said 20. The scoreboard going into the locker room said 20, but MLS found an extra point somewhere. It was 44-21 at the break. I don't know where it was. I don't know how it happened, but they have left it on the board. So 44-24 is now the tally. There's a point missing somewhere in my box score. Nolan Schmidt will shoot the free throws now for R.Redeemers. And the Serve Pro free throw line, 24/7 emergency service and trained technicians using advanced technology and specializing in fire and water cleanup and restoration. Schmidt will just get one. Undlin another three. He's really doing anything in his power to wake up the MLS offense that scores 77 points tonight. And after a miss and the missed putback, Undlin will punch the ball away from Wyatt Weekly. Tell our Redeemers to try bringing the ball up the floor again. Swenson, the hot hand for our Redeemers, thought about that three from the Canadian border. Marshall kicks out to him. This one more in range, but a miss. Good box out and rebound by Raiden Beck. Undlin, he's going to be chased around by not only Schmidt, but a double team throughout this second half. Beck the pull-up in the lane, gets it to go. 5'6" junior guard, a little bit of that Braden Bailey in him that we've seen just over, not too far away in West Hope for years. Lindbo, a little too much space, but this hoop not the same luck for our Redeemers. They're 0 for 2 from beyond the arc to start on that side of the floor. 45-26, Knights up on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Near turnover. MLS keeps it alive. Undlin keeps a foot down, eventually stolen away by Schmidt. That matchup has been so good tonight, and Schmidt has been winning on the defensive end. A late whistle comes in as Beck tried to take a charge. Eventually, a blocking foul will be the call, and back to the line goes Nolan Schmidt. $12 points on the evening for Nolan. Got two teams meeting today, coming off of two very different last games, and it is really kind of shown. It's carried over. Our Redeemers was at home against Surrey on the PSP Network last week, dropped 90 on the Mustangs in a 44-point win. It was just domination, start to finish for ORCS against Surrey to get their sixth conference win. Meanwhile, MLS had to battle tooth and nail against South Curry Max on the road. A 500 Division A school, only taking the lead late. A game winner by Drayson Johnson with only a couple seconds to go is what got MLS the win. Kept their winning streak alive at 11. And our Northern Plains Senior Keys to the game kind of called it. If MLS can start playing free again, they can put that last performance behind them, which was just 3 days ago. But obviously it's tough to play free when you look up right away and it's 19-1. That is how our Redeemers has kept the foot on the gas today in Mohall. 47-26, and trying to add to it successfully is Nolan Schmidt. And he's just been a beast. Second and third quarter, it has been pretty much all him in the scoring department for our Redeemers. Net too much on that mid-range. Weekly fights for the rebound. Sat out most of the second quarter after picking up his second foul. Now throws it away to Beck. Low pass to Undlin, never could collect it. Mavericks will retain possession as it's kicked away by Nolan Schmidt. This broadcast of the PSP Network is made possible by our great friends at Minot State University. The best way to predict your future is to create it. With over 100 areas of study at Minot State, you'll earn the degree for the career you desire. Be seen, be heard, be you. And MSU, that's Minot State University. Thanks to them for allowing us to do these kind of things. The Division B Showcase on the PSP Network. 3 Division B broadcasts today for you across the YouTube channel. Plenty of Division B and Division A action come next week when postseason basketball gets underway. Let the madness begin in North Dakota. Foul on the rebound. Go against Schmidt. That is his first of the game. Set up a screen there for Cade Unlin. Doesn't get to him. Instead, it's Drayson Johnson. A couple extra rolls. Now he rolls an ankle in the middle of the floor, but seems to be able to walk it off just fine. Second made bucket for Johnson, the record-setting quarterback. It was senior night earlier today for MLS. Coach Nilsson got to talk a little bit to the entire auditorium about Johnson and Morlock. Said Drayson Johnson has his name just about everywhere on the Mohall football record book, which sits just outside this gym. Pick and roll game. Trying to find Xander Thompson. It's stolen by our Redeemers. Bit of a hot pass there from Eli Undla. Now Schmidt from one end of the floor to the other. It is all number 14 in the middle of this basketball game. Up to 17 points on the night. Scored his 1,000th as part of a massive performance against Surrey to end last week. That three-point shot ends up behind the backboard. And MLS's offense, the little spurts. One that happened late in the first quarter, early second, just haven't been sustained today. Sitting with 28 points midway through the third quarter, and a team that looks pretty gassed. Switch it up to a zone defense. Engelhard and Altringer are back in the game for our Redeemers. MLS trying to trap in the corners, can't really get one set up. Now Schmidt powers his way into the paint. Altringer, a second chance. That is no good as well. The eighth grader, Becker, in the game, finds Johnson in the near corner. Mohall has made just 1 3 today. 2 threes today. One in the first quarter by Morlock. Speaking of, there's a 3-ball for Altringer and the our Redeemers Knights. Their 8th made triple. Undlin fires from 3. Replays brought to you by Ryan Family Dealership. The commitment and respect for their customers is as strong today as it was 50 years ago. Experience the difference when you visit one of the 5 locations in Minot or Williston. You can shop online at driveryan.com. Plenty of replays to show tonight and plenty to choose from for our Magic City Home Leisure move of the game later on. Jake Altringer on the offensive glass has been an animal. However, he's not gotten the putback points to go. Lead stays at 26 for our Redeemers. 12-1 on the year, 6-0 in the district, number 2 in the state after being the preseason number 1. Offensive rebound now for Johnson following his own miss. Coach Teets, his team knew expectations were high this year. Really enjoyed talking to Coach Teets and Nolan Schmidt, Wyatt Weekly, both on PSP Primetime a couple weeks ago. We spoke about the expectations this year. Our Redeemers heard the noise. They just decided to let it not matter a whole lot to them. There's still something to prove after that 3rd place finish at the State B. Pass picked off by Altringer. A couple new names in the game for our Redeemers right now. And right on cue, Ethan Brown finds Sam Zanaraka. Wonderfully done by the Knights bench. They lead 58-30. Zanaraka's first points of the night. Johnson in the paint. They'll find it again. 6 third quarter points for the senior. Our Redeemers will hold again, hoping for the last shot. They lead by 26 with still 1 quarter to play. Brown, Zanaraka, extra pass. It's Engelhard with 5 on the clock. Engelhard buries it. And our Redeemers, another punctuation point to a quarter. They lead 61-32. One more quarter. And our Redeemers can take home a win and sole possession of District 6's first place.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shaw's Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shaw's Crossroads restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shaw's Crossroads.
Fourth quarter action from Mulhall, North Dakota. Division B showcase tonight on the PSP Network. And I tell you what, it has been the Our Redeemers Christian Night showcase today on the PSP Network. They have not let Mulhall Lansford Sherwood have a chance in this game. The Mavericks did have a lead of 1-0, but Our Redeemers came back with 19 in a row in the first quarter. Rebound by Schmidt, pushes the tempo. It's Peyton Lindbow who gets fouled by Johnson. It's an Our Redeemers Knights team on the court right now who's they're playing through the tiredness, while Mulhall Lansford Sherwood obviously down by 29. It has really gotten to him in this second half. Mavericks put up 12 points in the third quarter, mainly Drayson Johnson's doing with 6 of those. Lindbow, the third Our Redeemers night into double figures. He has 12 now after making both free throws. Becker, the 8th grader, misses the 3 for MLS. Airballed shot by Lindbow turns into a pass to Jaden Marshall. He's found himself right around the basket and scoring opportunities today. Sophomore with 7 points. Becker, another open look for 3. Hits this one. So fun to see a player like that. Earned his minutes throughout the year and now is just in a shooting rhythm at this point. Was can't miss kind of hot against South Prairie Max over the weekend and knocks one down tonight in the home gym. Step back 3 this time. Just gotta keep putting them up. Weekly runs the floor with Marshall. 2 more for the Knights. Timeout taken by Coach John Nilsson of Mulhall Lansford Sherwood. He has 2 more to use, and they're brought to you by First International Bank and Trust. We'll step aside. 6 minutes of basketball still left. 69-35, our Redeemers on the PSP Network.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
Just had some reports on the road conditions.
This broadcast on the PSP Network is brought to you in part by the UPS store located on South Broadway in Minot. Open Monday to Friday from 8:30 to 7 and on Saturdays from 8:30 to 3. Inside the Marketplace Foods Plaza for all your packing and shipping needs. It's the UPS store. Planning Team Financial Advisors, Shots Crossroads post-game show on the way. We'll speak with our Sport Clips MVP. Name the Magic City Home Leisure move of the game and head home from Mohall. Our Redeemers a 69-35 lead. Hoping to head south just like our crew with a big District 6 win. Becker, it's not just the 3 ball for him. Spins his way to 5 points now in the game. Weekly, well, he's not scored since the first quarter, but hasn't had to. Nolan Schmidt has done a lot of that. Another 20-point game for the junior, averaging just shy of 18 a night. Net from the elbow, off balance. Lindbo calling for it, gets it. Corner three's up and in. You call for it like that, you better make it. And Peyton Lindbo sure did. 10 threes for our Redeemers Christian School today. Undlin. Oh, that was a half court. Did we have the camera that far back? We're going to find out in our replay. That was from Stress the Long in long distance. Oh my goodness. And banked it. They might as well just do it again. A miss this time. It's gotten to that point in the game for MLS. It is chuck it up time. There's Nolan Schmidt for 2. Anyway, it's got to be a tough one today for Eli Undlin, going up against his AAU teammate at ND Phenom. They've been battling against one another on the same team for years and years now. And in the regular season meeting, it has been Nolan Schmidt's game, and Eli Undlin has been rather quiet. 13 points is still a good night. However, today will not be enough as Undlin goes to the bench. Let's watch this 3 that he had. He's just going to bring it up and from the horse. This is a good shot for in-horse. Yeah, there you go. Engelhard off the screen, bounces it to Altringer. That's been another positive sign for our Redeemers today, their willingness to share the basketball. It's most nights, but it has been on display today like pretty much everything. 78-40 lead. We've got running clock in the 4th quarter, a matchup that coming in. This would be MLS's chance to really prove themselves as a top team, not only in the district, of course, but also statewide. A team that has flown under the radar for many, many years. And after failing to reach the region tournament each of the last 2 seasons to begin the 3-class system, I feel like it would take an upset win like this to really put MLS back on the map. Sam Knutsvig misses the shot for our Redeemers, but he's checked into the game. And this is just the 2nd loss of the year for MLS. Another loss, Powers Lakeburg Central. MLS has not played a very tough schedule to this point. They do have TGU and Bishop Ryan next. But time will tell what the season has in store for Mohall, Lansford, Sherwood as they look to get back to the region tournament. Definitely a goal in year 1 for Coach John Nilsson after those 2 heartbreaking region qualifier losses. One to our Redeemers 2 years ago. Last year was to West Hope Newburgh. There's a 3 by Knutsvig. He also got off the bus shooting well today. Have Sam Zetaraka At the Serve Pro free throw line. Misses the first. Looking ahead for our Redeemers, they still have a couple extra games to go. And MLS, our Redeemers will look to wrap up the 1 seed on Thursday if they can defeat the Lewis and Clark Longhorns. They'll have a second chance to go get the 1 seed and also possibly a perfect district record against Drake Animus on the 9th of February. Cade Undlin for 3. Zandaraka on the other end. It's looking like the JV game a little bit. They were scoring in bunches before we got started. MLS, they put up about 80 in that JV game. Now here on the varsity side, the 80 belongs to our Redeemers. Another 3 from Undlin. A little long rebound tip to Brown. Final minute 20, and now a pass picked off by Becker. 82-43 lead on the BNC National Bank scoreboard for our Redeemers. The number 2 team in the state will hold their ground there in the rankings that come out tomorrow evening. Catch the rankings release on PSP Primetime. Brought to you by AE Construction Management, Spas, etc. Central McLean looks to have a good lead over Washburn. Central McLean, number 1 in the state, the head-to-head win at the Redeemers tournament in the semifinals. Way back in December has kept the Cougars in the top spot. They are one of just 2 undefeated teams left in Division B basketball, along with Hankinson. Coach Teat says just hold the basketball. Shot clock violation would basically bring about the end of the game. A well-played game by our Redeemers Christian School. From the very start, they went on the road and established this as their ground. 82-45, a dominant performance to beat the Mavericks. And from some of the cheers we hear from the our Redeemers crowd, that would be win number 100 for Coach Brock Teets today as well. Our Redeemers really did have it all here in Mohall. 82-45 the final. Our postgame show's next on the PSP Network.
Presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
Now we start up our planning team financial advisors Shots Crossroads post-game show, and a good way to do that is speaking with our Sport Clips MVP from our Redeemers Christian School, Colin Swenson. Great game today, great start to the game. That's where I want to start this interview. You guys get off the bus and go 5 for 5 from the three-point line. Could ask the question, what'd you have for breakfast, what'd you have for lunch, but what was it in that first quarter that got you guys going?
Nolan broke us down. He locked us in. We were poised. We just wanted to win. We knew that if we stayed down on our closeouts and didn't jump to their pump fakes, we could play good defense, and we proved that tonight. And we just showed that what we do in practice pays off.
Absolutely, and you don't go on a 19-0 run just with offense. There was defense involved throughout this game. You hold a team that scores 77 a night to 45. What was the key defensively, maybe in the game plan as well from your coaching staff?
Well, I hope Reed Morlock, I hope he feels better.
Absolutely.
And we just knew that we had to guard Unland. He's a great player. We need to be there to help Nolan out, help Little Train, Marsh. These guys just need our help. And when we're guarding five guys, we need all five to match up with them and play team defense so we can do what we do.
Absolutely. You guys, with every win as this season goes along, proving something different kind of every night. Today was the total package to go on the road, tough environment against MLS, and now you've got really the home stretch of the season. What's the key now to close out the regular season as strong as you played today?
We saw where our mistakes were, a couple giving up rebounds. We just need to improve on those mistakes. Can't force any bad shots. Every time we made a mistake, a good team like this, they're going to score on it to make the opportunity out of it.
Well, Colin, again, a great game. 3 threes in the first half to spark the Redeemers Knights to a road win today over MLS. Congratulations and best of luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
All right, our post-game show continues after this on the PSP Network.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shaw's Crossroads Fuel to Food reward program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shaw's Crossroads restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shaw's Crossroads.
Shots Crossroads User postgame headquarters get filled up on their delicious menu that includes the famous number 99. Team buses are always welcome at Shots Crossroads. Bringing the postgame show along with planning team financial advisors today. Our Redeemers Christian School, an 82-45 win over MLS. There's really not enough ways to describe how just dominant this game was for our Redeemers. After that 19-0 run in the first quarter, you kind of felt like they just had it today. I mean, it was kind of over from that point. MLS showed some signs of life, but just not enough to come back, and eventually they fall by 37 on their home floor. Going to be a tough pill to swallow for MLS. Not only that, but Reed Morlock, you hope the best for that kid who has dealt with a lot on and off the floor, and a leg injury today against our Redeemers. Obviously, a big hit to this MLS team and their starting lineup. You'd hope he can be back in the lineup for some big games for MLS that come up not only to end this week, but next week as well. Let's take a look at the final numbers in this one. We'll start with Mohall Lansford Sherwood this time. Again, there's that 1 point I was missing. They added at the halftime. 13 points from Eli Undland led the way. And again, for a guy that scores 22, 13 was a quiet night. He was held scoreless by his good friend Nolan Schmidt, or not scoreless. He was held in check by his good friend Nolan Schmidt on the defensive side. We spoke with Colin Swanson about the importance of trying to limit the shots that Unland puts up. And in the first quarter, Unland did not score. He turned the ball over 3 times. Our Redeemers executed the game plan, I'd say, to pretty close to perfection. Of course, 3 of those points came on a half-court shot in the middle of the fourth quarter. It's hard to guard Unland way out there. The rest of the scores for MLS, 8 points for Drayson Johnson, 7 points from Liam Becker, all in the fourth quarter, 7 points from Reed Morlock before he went out just before halftime, 4 points from Raiden Beck, 3 from Cade Unland, and 2 from Grady Net for the team total of 45. MLS made 4 threes in the game. They shot 2 of 3 at the Surf Pro free throw line. For our Redeemers Christian School, their leading scorer was Nolan Schmidt, just off scoring his 1,000th career point in a big win over Surrey. He drops 23 points, but it wasn't just his scoring, of course. And the early assist, the steals, the defense on Eli Undland, it was all there for Nolan Schmidt today. Obviously a Sport Clips MVP frontrunner, but sometimes you got to talk to a few different people. He has gathered a lot of MVP performances this year. Today was another one of them for Nolan Schmidt. His 23 points obviously did did not go unnoticed. 15 points for Peyton Linbo, 10 points from Wyatt Weekly, all in the first quarter. He did not score after the first quarter was done, but still ended up in double figures. 9 points from our MVP, Colin Swenson, who, just like Weekly, got this thing started for ORCS by draining a couple threes. He would hit 3 of them in the game for his 9 points. 9 as well from Jaden Marshall, 7 points from Jake Altringer. 4 points from Sam Knudsvig late in the game, 3 points from Gus Engelhard, and 2 by Sam Zadaraka for the Knights total of 82. They had a 44-20 lead at halftime, 82-45 the final. The Knights hit 11 three-point field goals in this game, a big difference. They were 5 for their first 5, and from the free throw line they would shoot 9 for 15. Well, it's time to hand out our one final award of the day. That would be the Magic City Home Leisure Move of the Game. And you cannot talk about this game without bringing up the first quarter. ORCS starts 5 for 5 from the three-point line, a 19-0 run to really set the tone in this game, and it was essentially over from there. Those first couple threes, the Swenson 3, the Linbo 3, Weekly, and then Swenson and Weekly did it again. 5 for 5 to start out the day for ORCS from three-point land. I mean, they had it from that point on. Magic City Home Leisure Move of the game, the 19-0 run, 5 for 5 to start the game from beyond the arc. Our Redeemers had it working today in Mohall. Well, that does it for your planning team. Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads post-game show tonight. Remember to tune into PSP Primetime tomorrow. We've got the head coach of the Minot High girls basketball team, Jason Schwartz, joining us. Parker Jacobson of the Washburn Cardinals and Sage Hansen of the TGU Titans will be in studio. You can catch that at 7:30 p.m. Central Time tomorrow right here on the PSP Network, brought to you by AE Construction Management and Spas, etc. So many good games to get to the rest of the week. Let's take a look at them on Thursday. West Hope Newburgh and Bishop Ryan. Some more District 6 basketball. A very interesting score to report. Hopefully I can get a final here before we go off the air. But Bishop Ryan and TGU tonight was a battle. TGU and West Hope was a battle today. West Hope had an early lead, but TGU wins it 53-38. Bishop Ryan will take on West Hope Newburgh on the PSP Network on Thursday night. Division A hoops, Shiloh and Killdeer, and some hockey as well right before the WDA tournament begins. Legacy and Century. That is a massive game in West Region Hockey. And we close out the week with some more hoops. As always, you can follow us for free right here on YouTube throughout the regular season at Network PSP and get your packages ready to go for the postseason. The passes have gone on sale. www.psp.network. $75 to catch 15 tournaments every single game, start to finish. 51 cents per game. You can't miss out on that. Well, for our great crew putting on today's show, the hometown kid here in Mohall, Logan Dean running the camera. I'm Owen Patterson, repeating your final score for the final time. Our Redeemers Christian School 82, Mohall Lansford Sherwood 45. Join us tomorrow night, PSP Prime. Hopefully you see you then. But until then, have a good night, everybody.
We started with small beginnings, and just like the visionary entrepreneurs we serve, we turned an idea into reality. BNC National Bank, where possibilities begin right here at home.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Sometimes life gets messy and accidents happen. So when life gets messy, ServPro's ready. Call ServPro of Minot, Bismarck, or Williston today.
Every football fan has their Sunday routine. Maybe it's setting your lineup, firing up the grill, or claiming your spot on the couch. But the center of every Sunday is the drive. The morning drive home before kickoff. The drive to your buddy's watch party. Wherever you're headed, we can take you there.
At Planning Team Financial Advisors, we help individuals create their personalized strategies. We specialize in financial planning, retirement planning, insurance, and 401k distribution options. Don't leave your future to chance. Call Planning Team Financial Advisors today for a free retirement review. Planning Team Financial Advisors, your plan, your future, your team.